Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a November favourites and I honestly cannot believe that we have one more favourites left and then we are into the new year. Like once we've done December and the yearly roundup, we are starting again, and it just seems so crazy to me just how quickly the time is going. I feel like because I sit down every month and I talk about my monthly favourites, it really makes you that much more aware of how time is just flying by. But anyway, regardless of that, I have a really lovely selection of products to show you that I've been loving throughout the month of November. I have fashion, I have beauty, I have all sorts here. So I'm just going to get started. And I think I'm going to start off with the beauty because I feel like I'm just going to start off with the beauty, so let's get to it. Okay, so I'm going to start off with hair care. Now I recently did a hair care video, so if you are interested in how I style my hair, how I wash it, the colours of the highlights that I get put in at the hairdressers, and just basically all things my hair, go and check out my recent hair care video. It didn't actually get as many views considering how much it was requested, so I was quite surprised by that. So if you haven't seen it or if it's not popped up in your sub box, make sure you go and check it out because I have done one. And I did talk about the shampoos that I was using, and I did mention that I was going to purchase another Ritual shampoo, an alternate, and I've been doing that all of this month and I really enjoy it. And this is the Ritual of Vita shampoo. I love this so much because the scent is so lovely. I feel like Ritual's products I just love them so much because of the scent and how nourished they leave my hair. I mean, I have quite a messy, textured, curly, wavy situation that's very, very thick and does need extra nourishment. It does need extra hydration, and I feel like this gives that to me perfectly. And I love the packaging as well. I mean, how wintry and beautiful and ruby red does that look? I just adore it. This contains argan oil and shikakai. I don't quite know how you pronounce that. But this is basically a caring, nourishing shampoo for brilliantly healthy and shiny hair from roots to tips, and I would definitely agree with that. I don't get a lot of shine in my hair, unfortunately, so that's why I have the highlights to kind of lift it a bit. And I do find that this gives me a bit more shine than what I'm used to, so I'm really enjoying it. Again, the scent is lovely. 250ml, it's about a tenner. Perfect. So another product that I've been using in the past couple of months, and I figured as soon as I'm on my hair I would kind of I talk about another hair care product, and this is the Bumble and Bumble Sumo Tech. So this is what I use to style my hair, and this is kind of like a styling cream. You basically just pop a little bit on your fingertips and you rub it into your hair, and it just gives it a bit more texture, a bit more kind of intentional bedhead, I would say. And I just really like it. It doesn't add weight, it doesn't make my hair feel heavy or anything like that. It just gives me that really nice texture that I like, but in a very soft, more intentional way, I guess. And I really do enjoy it. There's some kind of built-in technology to this. It's won a lot of awards, it's not the cheapest, but I do love it, and it just gives, I don't know how quite, it just, to be honest, because my hair is so heavy, it's difficult for a product to make it stay up and make it stay textured, and this absolutely does do that, but it doesn't add any more excess weight, because weight is definitely something that I don't need. I have a lot of natural volume, I have a lot of hair, so weight is something that I don't need more volume, but this just gives me really nice texture, but it doesn't create a lot of build up, it doesn't make my hair itchy or uncomfortable or crispy or hard. So I really do like this. So if you're looking for something similar, I would definitely check this out for sure. So I'm going to move on to skincare next, and the next thing I have to talk about is an eye cream. So I'm 32, I'm getting to that stage where, I mean, I should have started it a lot longer than I have. I've been a little bit kind of hit and miss with my eye creams. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I get lazy and I don't. And I have noticed that I definitely have smile lines that need addressing. I call them smile lines, I don't use the word wrinkle. But yeah, I definitely have smile lines that I do want to address, and I got sent this a few months back when it launched, and it's by Jolique, and I love their skincare anyways, and I really noticed a difference in the plumpness and how more awake my eyes look, and how much fresher and how more radiant and plumped everything feels in that whole area. So I've definitely noticed a difference since I've started using this, and this is the Herbal Recovery Signature Eye Cream with Smoothing Silk Tree. I love the packaging of this also. I love the fact that it's like a ruby red ombre. I'm really having a love affair with that kind of red and pink combination. I love it, and I love the rose lid as well. There's just something so luxurious about this cream. It's a very light texture. The scent is lovely, and I'm really careful about my eye creams because you can apply too much and that adds weight and therefore creates more bags on the eyes and just not a flattering situation. So I use the tiniest amount and I just basically work it in, and it feels so nice and cooling, and my eyes, like the next day I just wake up and I feel really refreshed. So I really do enjoy this. If you are looking for a decent night cream, I would definitely, when it comes to the eyes, I would definitely check this out. This is 15ml. I'm not 100% sure on the price because I got sent it, but Jolique is not the cheapest. However, I do feel like you're getting amazing quality, so I definitely recommend that for sure. I've been using a new cleanser recently, and my skin in the last kind of, I would say since the transition of the weather, if I'm completely honest, it's just not been as happy, it's not been as harmonious. It's just felt like it's needed that little bit more help. I've had quite a few different breakout situations and it's just not been great. So I've wanted a scrub, but I've wanted something that's quite gentle but quite moisturising and feeding on my skin as well. Like, I don't want it to strip all the natural oils. I do want there to be something there, but I didn't want something that's going to clog pores and things like that. And I've been using the L'Oreal Smooth Sugars Scrub. What I love about this is it exfoliates, but it also gives me a lot of glow, which I really do like. Sometimes I find that some scrubs can again strip away all the excess oils and they take away all the natural and oils that you do want in your skin, which makes your skin look dull and lackluster, and it then would require more moisturising. But this adds glow, but it just gets rid of that top surface of grime and grease, and I really like it. I love the scent of this as well. It's a really lovely one to go for. It's very smooth and nourishing. It's not too abrasive for me. And because I am still doing gradual tanning, like I'm not doing a full-on tanning routine, but I am using like little bits of like facial tanners on my décolletage and that kind of thing, because I am very olive, but I feel like in the winter I do go quite a bit paler. So I have wanted to keep a little bit of colour going about me. So I've not wanted something too abrasive that's going to strip all of that away, and I find that this is a really good balance. So if, like me, and you're still doing a little bit of self-tanning, but you do want to exfoliate, you do want to get all the nasties and elements off your skin, this is a fantastic one, and I love the packaging as well. So yeah, I love that. I'm going to move on to body care now, and I have not had one of these products for a while. I feel like it's been about a year since I've used a product from this brand, and I loved it so much, but the reason I haven't gone back to it is just so damn expensive. So I wanted to treat myself and pick another one up, and I went for a different oil this time, and it's one of the Aromatherapy Associate Deep Relaxed Bath and Shower Oils. This is basically for a restful and tranquil bath that's going to aid a lovely restful sleep and get you nice and relaxed and just send out, and I really do love them. The only gripe I have with them is they're so expensive, but I mean, I feel like once, twice a year I can justify it because you don't need that much. Packaging is beautiful as well, and you only need one capful per bath or per shower. I don't use this every single time. I use it again when I'm feeling a little bit more stressed. I want something that's going to be a bit more restful for me. And I feel like in the winter time, when it's so busy and the hustle and bustle of Christmas has started, I feel that much more overwhelmed. So having something like this in the evenings that I can add to my ritual while I just soak away my worries is really lovely. It's not the cheapest to get, it's like 50 quid, late 40s I think, but I do adore it, and this scent is gorgeous in particular. I've had the Stress one before. I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember the name of it. It was the turquoise one, the really famous one, and I do love that, but I wanted to go for something different this time, and I've been really enjoying it, so I do love that. By the way, if I haven't mentioned, which I don't think I have because I'm a bad YouTuber, I will link everything that I'm discussing down below, as I will with anything I'm wearing, should that interest you. I'm going to move on now to beauty and makeup, and we'll hit a fragrance, and then we'll go into my non-beauty favourites. So makeup wise, I've gone back to a fail-safe for me because my skin has been acting out. I've wanted something that's going to give me coverage, but I know is good with my skin. It is not going to break me out. It's going to give me great coverage but not feel heavy or greasy. So for me, it has to be my fail-safe, which is the Hourglass Vanish Stick. I know quite a few of you guys love this too, and I know it's a little bit pricey, but honestly guys, if you can justify it, it is one of the best foundations, if not the best stick foundation on the market. It is incredible. I adore it so much. The finish that this just gives is incredible. I'm wearing it on my skin today, by the way, and it's just perfection. It really is. It glides on like a velvet, and it just does everything I want in a foundation. It gives me coverage, it doesn't build up, it doesn't go cakey, it doesn't oxidize. It gives me a really beautiful finish, but without feeling compromised with the heaviness and things like that, and I adore it. I have it in the shade Golden, which is absolutely perfect for me, and I wouldn't be without it in my collection. I'm going to talk about the lipstick that I'm wearing today. This is a new discovery for me, and I actually got this in the NARS Christmas gift set, which was one of their new lip kits that they brought out, and I included it in my Christmas gift guide. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it above somewhere so you can go ahead and check it out after this video if you want to go and shop this, because I don't know if they do this as a regular colour. I don't know if they're limited edition or what, so you will definitely find it in that set. And this is one of their velvet lip glides in the shade Spike, and it's this beautiful nudie berry situation, and I struggle to find colours like this that actually suit me. And you might think, well, you have olive skin, medium, so you should be able to get away with a wide spectrum of colours. Actually, it's not that simple. I think that's just a common misconception for olive and medium skin tones. People just think everything suits them, and it doesn't. And sometimes they can be too cool, sometimes they can be way too warm. I find this one to be perfect for my skin tone. I just adore it. It's so flattering, it's so easy to wear, and it's kind of in between a matte and satin finish, so it's not drying, doesn't expose all those unflattering lines that you may have in your lips. It's really easy to wear, it doesn't rub off, it stays true, and I don't ever need to top this up. Even when I'm out and about drinking coffee, doing whatever I'm doing, I find that this stays true, but it is very comfortable as well. So I really adore this, and I'm definitely going to be checking it out to see if they do it in the bigger size. And I've really enjoyed all of the colours in that set, by the way. This is just one that specifically stood out to me for the moment. I'm going to move on to eyeshadows now. So I've been really enjoying wearing a bit of sparkle, a bit of glitter. You might have noticed that on my eyes at the moment. I am wearing a little bit of glitter. This is actually not what I'm going to be talking about in a minute. This is actually the Stila, the new, not that new, they came out like a while back, but the molten metal eyeshadows. I really do adore them, and I've been wearing them just in the centre, not in the centre, what am I even talking about? I've been wearing them there, basically. Don't ask, guys, it's late in the day, I'm really sorry. But anyway, a quad that I've been using loads just to complement these kind of glitters that I've been wanting to use, because with glitter I want a really simple base, and I've been using my Charlotte Tilbury Dolce Vita purely because these colours are just ideal for this time of year. They're soft, they're bronze, they're golden, they suit my skin tone, they last really well, they don't crease, and I've just been really enjoying them. This eyeshadow, by the way, FYI, I went to a Charlotte Tilbury event not long ago and they did my makeup for me, and they used this palette, and they said gram for gram this golden glittery one here is the most expensive eyeshadow in the world, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so you get 4 shades in this, and I especially adore the cork brown, conker kind of colour as well for my skin tone. That works really, really well. And I've just been really enjoying it, and I know that this is part of her core range, so it's something very easy that you can go and get, or perhaps pop on your Christmas list, because it is a lovely one. I've actually had this a really long time and I still love it. Speaking of those kind of glitters, so the Stila ones that I'm wearing today, they are gorgeous, but they are quite pricey for what they are. And I've been using these two from Technic that I got sent a few weeks back, and they're not as good. Like, they don't stay put like the Stila ones do. They do move around a little bit, and they do lose their intensity over the day, whereas these will just stay until you remove them, and they look just as bling at the end of the night. But these ones are so inexpensive, and they are such lovely colours, and these are the Glitz liquid glitter eyeshadows, again from Technic. So I have this golden one here, which is just a pure gold kind of shade, very, very nice. And then I also have this one that I wear much more frequently, which is the copper kind of colour. But both of them, I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous. So if you are looking for something similar, then I would definitely check these out, because they are mesmerising. You can use them as a highlighter as well. But what I love about these, I mean, you're not going to wear glitter every single day, so the Stila ones might seem a bit like they're sat in your collection for a long time, you're not reaching for them. These are something that you can have sat in there and you won't kind of begrudge the amount you've spent on them, because you're not using them quite as frequently as you would have hoped. So I do like them. I think they're really lovely options to go for when it comes to eyeshadows. So let's move on now to fragrance. I feel like not a favourites video if I don't include some kind of fragrance in this selection, and this is the Nirvana Bourbon by Elizabeth and James. I've talked about this fragrance a lot. I really love it. Basically, if I had to sum this up, I would say this smells like, if any of you guys have smelled tobacco vanilla, which is probably in my top 3 fragrances of all time. That's like one of my favourites. I wear it, my brother wears it, my dad wears it, like my whole family wears tobacco vanilla. My husband wears it, I wear it, like literally we all wear it. And what I would say is, if you find that quite heavy, quite bombarding, quite masculine, and just a little bit too much and too heady for you, but you love the scent of vanilla, you love that kind of smoky element, you love the fusion of notes that that one has, I would say that this one is like its feminine younger sister. This is much more sultry, much more feminine, much lighter, but with that hit of bourbon, the alcoholic kind of scent mixed with the smokiness and the vanilla, and it honestly, it fuses together wonderfully, and it's just heavenly. It's a really beautiful warm fragrance, ideal for this time of year. So I'll be rocking this throughout December, throughout the new year, well into March I would have thought, just because I love it. And again, I'm a sucker for packaging, and the aesthetics of this perfume are wonderful, and the bottle is all textured. If you are looking to buy someone a Christmas gift, I actually mentioned this in my Christmas gift guide because I love it so much, and it is one of my favourites. I adore it. I only discovered it this year. If you guys have any recommendations when it comes to perfumes, please let me know. I really want to try the Rose one by Elizabeth and James because you guys have told me that's wonderful. That is on my radar. So I'm going to move on to fashion now. And this jumper that I'm wearing is actually a favourite, and I've had this for a couple of weeks now. It's just a cardigan. It's basically just an Aran knit, but it's quite cropped, and I really like it. I just love the colour. I love kind of the bubble sleeve that it has. It's one of those cardigans that is a cardigan. It's quite authentic, but it's not as frumpy as some of them can get and unflattering, and I really like it. This is by Miss Selfridge. It was about 35 quid, and I wear it with skirts, with jeans, I wear it with everything. Speaking of jeans, these jeans that I got gifted to me from Gap are exceptional. If you have not tried Gap jeans, you need to. Honestly, I kind of feel like I won't shop many places again. I'll go to Gap first. If I can't find it at Gap, then I'll move on. But these are just gorgeous. So basically, I went to the store opening at the Manchester store, and they gave me a generous budget to shop the collection, and I came away with some gorgeous things. But one of my favourite things are these black jeans, and they're not skinny jeans. I nearly said skinny jeans because it's just what I normally go for, but I went for these kind of boyfriend jeans with these kind of edges, and they are wonderful. Like, I've rocked these so much on my Instagram. You guys love them. They're so flattering. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm so over skinny jeans. Like, I'm over being uncomfortable. I want comfort, I want style, and now I've lost all the weight I wanted to lose. I feel like I can wear a slightly baggy jean without it looking totally unflattering on me, so I've been loving it. I get them in the size 10 and they fit perfectly, so I love those so much. And I love the colour of this. It's kind of like a washed black with kind of a greyish undertone. It's just wonderful, so I really do enjoy those. I think that they're about £50 or £60, but Gap do the best sales, the best offers, so I never end up paying full price. I mean, I didn't pay for these anyway, but generally when I shop on their website, they always have something going on, so it's worth checking that out. The next thing I have to talk about is my scarf. Now, I got this scarf for my birthday, so this is quite a luxury purchase, so feel free to skip ahead if you don't want to indulge that, but I've wanted one of these Burberry cashmere scarves for the longest time. Finally got one for my birthday. I treated myself, and I've wore it so much. It's just the perfect checkered scarf for any kind of situation. It goes with leather jackets, it goes with overcoats, it just goes with everything. And mine's a little bit more special because it's been monogrammed with my initials, and I just love it. Honestly, I mean, it is quite expensive, I'm not going to lie, but it's a piece that I will wear forever and ever, and I kind of regret not giving my children names that begin with N now because I want to get my money's worth and pass it over to them. But I just adore it. I adore it so much, so yeah, that has definitely been a firm favourite of mine. The next thing I'm going to talk about is slightly more affordable, and it's my new Doc Marten Chelsea boots. So these were gifted to me from the guys over at Fashion World, and I have been wearing them non-stop. I love the way Docs look, but because I'm quite small framed and my feet are quite small, I've never found them to be flattering on me. I don't know why. Now I've lost more weight, I feel like it just works better. I don't know how it works, but my legs just look better, so these therefore don't quite look as clumpy as they normally would. I don't know, it's weird. But all I'll say is these are the perfect Chelsea boot. I find the original Docs to be a little bit cumbersome for me and a bit clumpy, whereas these are just my perfect kind of Chelsea boot. I love the finish. They're really comfortable. I've worn them a ton on autumn walks, things like that, and they're really kind of weatherproof, fantastic quality. Been really enjoying them. The next thing I'm going to talk about is something again from Gap, and again they give me that nice budget to shop the store, so I got like a few pairs of jeans, I got some jumpers, and I also picked up this belt. This belt is lovely, and it's kind of like, I'd say it's a cross between a navy and a black. I wouldn't say it's a pure black, but it's got these matte silver studs on it, and pairing these up with the simplest of outfits just transforms it and makes it look really, really wonderful. I got this in the size medium. It fits like a glove, and I just love the quality of it. I think it's really wonderful. So that is something that I've been really enjoying to wear. Wow, I feel like we went really dark there, and I've just adjusted my camera a little bit. Sorry if it's been bothering you guys. I'm not refilming it. There's no way, I don't have time. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is a bag, and again, I got this in Fashion World. They sent it over to me. I selected it, by the way, but they sent it, and I absolutely love it. And it's this gorgeous June London bag. You will have seen this so much on my Instagram. I've basically not been leaving the house without it. I love the fact that it has like the golden hardware. It's a really dinky size, but it's actually really spacious and fits quite a lot in. You even have a separate car compartment at the front if you don't want to take a purse. And you have 2 slots here. You have a zip at the back for documents and things like that. And I love how it fastens. You just kind of twist it up. And I just like it. I like the grain of the leather. It goes with everything. It can make really casual outfits look a bit more smart, and it can make smarter outfits just look more put together. So I really like it. And it's really affordable as well. I mean, June can be quite expensive, but I think this bag was like 50 quid. So it's a really good price point for June. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is probably one of my favourites of the month, just because I've basically been living in them ever since I got them. And it's my new Ugg slippers. I mean, these speak for themselves. They are the comfiest slipper. I've had Ugg slippers before, but mine have always had like the backs on them, so they're kind of like little shoes that you would put on. And I do like those, but I wanted to go for a little bit of a different style, and these were sent over to me, and I absolutely adore them. They're so soft. It's like walking on a pillow all day. Yesterday I was wearing them all day, and it was freezing in the house, and I thought I have to go and pick Layla up in a minute. I can't drive in Uggs, like there's no way I can drive in these, and I thought I'm gonna get my chestnut ones out, and I basically hopped from those to them, and I just love these so much. They're about 89 quid, they're not the cheapest, but I swear you will wear them for years and years. So if you don't mind investing that little bit more, then these are a wonderful option and a great gift idea too. And that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment down below with what you guys have been loving throughout the month of November. I always love your guys' recommendations. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching today. Subscribe if you're new to see more from me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!